everyone, it's Mackenzie here, and today I'm just going to be talking about the Dirgha Pranayama. So this is a type of pranayama or breath control, and pranayama is basically about the expansion and cultivation of this life force energy, right, or this prana. So it's just an intentional breathing practice that's really beneficial to calming the nervous system. So it has been studied extensively and proven to really calm the nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. So that's kind of like the gateway between the mind and the body. So this breath has a beautiful way of connecting our mind to our body. And when we can control it in different ways, we are able to activate that parasympathetic nervous system, which allows us to come into our rest and digest state. So instead of being in our fight or flight, kind of more of an activated state, we can kind of calm ourselves, our bodies, and our minds with this breath control. So these breathing techniques also help to oxygenate the blood and massage the digestive organs. So there's so many benefits, and sometimes even if you're not doing this within a yoga asana practice class, you can always just take a couple minutes and do some deep breathing. It's definitely nice to do sometimes when you're in a busy world. So the Dirgha breath, or the three-part breath, Yogic breath, some people call it three-dimensional breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. It's just a way to really deepen and slow the breath. So we will walk through this a little bit and I'll guide you through, but just a couple things to keep in mind is if your breath isn't matching my pace, don't worry about that at all, because everyone's breath capacity is different. So please honor your own breath and never feel like it's strained or stressed or forceful. So always just match your natural capacity of breathing. And for the most part, we will be breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. And if that's not available to you, don't stress too much. Just do your best. But just keeping in mind that when we do breathe in through the mouth, that somewhat activates a bit more of an anxious kind of shock, like when we gasp or breathe in through the mouth. That's less of a calming factor. So trying our best to breathe in through the nose, and today out through the mouth. So Dirgha Pranayama. So we're actually going to start laying down on our backs. So just find a comfortable laying position. You can keep your knees bent, maybe even finding a bolster underneath the knees, whichever way allows you to just be comfortable. Release the arms by your sides and release the neck. So the back of the head is resting on the mat. And then you're welcome to place your hands on the low belly if you'd like, because first we're just going to take a breath in through the nose and then try to visualize our low bellies just expanding like a balloon. So breathing in and out. So trying to feel the breath coming down and just expanding the low belly. Again, not being too forceful, never feeling any pain or anything too much. So breathing in again to the belly and release. So start to feel the low belly expand, maybe even the low back, feeling it expand against the earth beneath you, maybe even the sides of the low belly expand as you continue to send breaths down into the belly. One more time. You can practice this as much as you need to really feel that deep belly breath. And so often in our world, in our society, we're trying not to let the belly expand, but really try to embrace that here and let the beautiful belly just expand as much as it wants to with breath, with all the oxygen flowing into the low belly. One more time. So once we get a handle of that, then we're going to breathe in one sip once again to the low belly, and then the next sip of air, we're going to try and bring into our lower ribs or our lower lobes of the lungs. And you might feel this expanding through kind of the waist area, and you can put your hands on your waist to really feel this. And it might not be a huge movement, any of these, but just a subtle kind of expansion, and anything like that is totally fine. So expanding through the middle of the back, the sides of the waist, and the low ribs or low lungs here. So breathing in first to the low belly, holding, and then breathing in again, trying to feel that low rib waist area. And then exhale. Again, your own rhythm is fine here. Breathing in once more, low belly first, and low ribs. Exhale. So we're separating each area, just trying to really isolate and feel the difference. You might put one hand on low belly, one hand towards the low ribs. Breathing in again. And as we exhale, we can just let everything out all at once, just breathing out through the mouth or the nose if that feels better for you. One more time, really getting the hang of this, feeling the back, the low back, and then the middle back expanding 3 dimensions all the way around. So breathing in again, low belly first, and then ribs, and then exhale. There we go, 2 out of the 3 parts. So next we are going to also include our lungs and chest. So we're going to breathe a sip of air into the low belly and then into the ribs. And then the third sip of air, we might feel our lungs, our chest expanding, maybe even our upper back expanding slightly against the mat beneath us. So placing your hands wherever you feel comfortable or wherever you feel you want to visualize breathing into the hand, if that's helpful. So exhaling everything out, and then we'll take one sip into the low belly, low ribs, and then lungs and chest. Exhale it all out. Once more, low belly, ribs, chest. Exhale. Again, low belly, low ribs or waist, and upper chest and lungs. Exhaling it all out. So feeling that 3-dimensional breath in all 3 parts of the body. So you can slowly roll over to one side and then make your way back up to a seated position. And we'll try this now in a seated position without the pauses in between. So still feeling it through all 3 parts of the body, but not pausing and holding. So making it a fluid, deep breath, filling up all 3 parts. So you can come into a cross-legged position or legs extended out front, whatever is comfortable. Just roll the shoulders down and back. Close the eyes gently if that feels nice. And just notice your natural breath here. Maybe rocking slightly forward and back to really feel the spine elongated, nice and tall, so that the breath can freely flow through the body. And on the next exhale, begin to breathe in to the low belly, ribs, and chest. And then exhale everything out through the mouth. Option again, if you're not quite feeling it the same, you can always place the hands back on the body to help guide the breath to specific areas. So maybe right hand on the belly, left hand on the heart. And finding your own pace and rhythm. Exhale everything out, and then inhale, deep belly breath. Then ribs, all in one with the chest. Exhale. Release. Practicing this a few more times. Deep breath in. Belly, ribs, chest. Maybe a slight pause, and then exhale everything out. Once again, in deep to the belly, expanding the ribs, filling the lungs and chest, and then exhaling everything out. A few more times at your own pace. Really feeling the whole torso in all three parts. Last time, nice deep breath. Allowing the arms to float down if they were placed on your body. And just keeping the eyes closed and feeling the natural breath now. Notice what you feel in the body, prana flowing. Giving every cell of the body that full capacity of oxygen. Leaves a lovely buzzing type of relaxation perhaps, or just a sense of calm. Just notice anything that you are feeling or noticing. And when you're ready, you can slowly float the eyes back open. So once you get used to this three-part yogic breath or the Dirgha breath, you can always incorporate it into your yoga asana practice or daily life, just pausing to take deep breaths. And it's a beautiful way to just calm the body and the mind. Hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining, and have a lovely day. Peace.